That's a good answer.
So that was the wind direction when we set up the problem. So it's blowing that way. So directly from there to where we were. I don't have to be here. But, so that's where Patty walked. Okay. That's where she was hiding. Hey, I'm having fun. I'm having lots of fun. Going through the thick vegetation, having fun. Mom was over here, by the way, and the dog was over here.
She had a good time.
I was watching the dog and maybe get a bigger bell, I don't know. That was sort of funny. But if I recall, I believe the dog at one stage was looking and you could see it was in scent, but not enough value. The value was not high enough. Okay. If that value had been high enough, I reckon the dog would have gone straight in. Okay. Instead, it was like, oh, let me go look at this, and let me go look at that, and that's why I wanted you to, that's what I was saying. I want you to come back around, okay? Because I didn't want, it's not pointless. It's pointless having the dog. It's a new dog, so I wanted to try and bring the dog around, but so you can see as soon as, so yeah, Mom's out here, the dog's over here. I told you to walk in that direction, you remember?
Yes.
And dog came by and oops, came in. Okay. That's all I'm going to say about that. Is that all right?
You can say whatever you want because it's a learning experience.
No, it's fine. It's always a good experience. So I want to talk about using technology to advantage. Okay. This is really helpful. If you're not tech savvy, I don't care. You need to become tech savvy in terms of using this. Use Sartopo. Okay. Have your team use Sartopo. Like what you did here, person walks out, you have the information, ask them when they start the track to put the time on the track, okay, so you have, unfortunately Sartopo is a little silly sometimes, but because it doesn't have the starting time, but that's why when I say set up the track, I always say it has the date normally. You can put your name, the person who's hiding, put their name in front of that, but always put the time behind that, so you've got the time stamp, okay? And then I always ask them to mark the location. Now, when you mark the location, it actually has the time in there as well. So then you know the time the person started. I mean, the person was in position. And then they can radio you, and then you've got the time, and you can decide whatever your plan was, how long you're going to wait till you start your problem. You can start. And then when I start the track, and this is a GPS collar, okay, that's on the actual dog. I would get one, okay, get a what have I got?
Astra 100 and Alpha.
Yeah, Astra 100. I would get the newest one you can get. I think it's got a 1 second update, which is, I would love it if it was more, because then you'd have more granular information, but 1 second, I mean, that's not bad. But you actually see a lot of new cell phones are even more accurate because they have a quicker update. And I digress. But yeah, put a collar, especially if your dog is a area scent dog, okay? Definitely you need to get a collar for the dog, okay? Number one, and I always have it on cream, okay? So if I can't see the dog, but it's on the aid, or it's found the person, or depending on what you have, beep, my GPS tells me the dog is not moving. And trust me, the dog will stop in a location And I don't get beeps all the time. I only get a beep when the dog stops. So I know the dog's found something. So that gives you some extra information, the GPS.
Have you seen where you can actually import your GPS tracks into Google Earth? And
Yes.
be able to watch how your dog will, I
As
guess,
it's
take
moving.
off from you? Like
Mhm.
right now, when you're looking at that and you can, all you see is the lines, but when it goes into Google Earth, it actually animates it and follows it, and you can have your dog at you, and then all of a sudden the dog gets upset and takes off,
Mhm.
and it'll tell you at this point, you should be able to go back and say, at this point, this is when my dog really got into it. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
it's pretty
So-
interesting.
You know, take yours and raise it one. With your videos, I only recently, I've been looking at this for ages, and I had some software and it was not great, but there's a guy in England who's got a page that you upload your YouTube, you upload to YouTube, but you upload especially I'm not sure about GoPro 7, I know the GoPro 8 has GPS, okay? So as you're filming, it's got GPS. So you upload the video to YouTube and you put it on your site. As the video is playing, it's showing you on the map where you walked. So that's just like what you're saying, and you can, from this, you can upload to, you can actually upload any of these stuff from Sartopa, you can upload it to Google Earth as well.
Yeah.
The more you do stuff like that, I like to upload it to Google Earth because I can get the 3D image. So if it's not a flat area, I'm actually getting an idea for what the topography was, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's why. Oh yeah, I went over the hill, and that's why my dog's behavior changed, and it was that time of the day. So you get more information.
So you're talking about the video with the GPS, is that a GoPro you said?
Yes, a GoPro 8. I don't know. You can look it up.
GoPro 8?
The GoPro 9, which is the newest one, will definitely have it, but the GoPro 8 has it.
Okay.
It actually has GPS for where the video is.
That's
So-
pretty cool.
And I think there's other ways of doing it, but I really like the idea that I can watch the video and at the same time see on the map what's going on. So like with, an example is like, what the hell happened there? You know what I'm saying? So I can then get the video there and like, okay, I can see what the dog did. And if you have, someone else who is videoing you, you can sort of get to that same spot and you can start working out what happened. And that's what the beauty of this is. You can do the, what do you call it, quarterback after event quarterbacking, whatever that term is.
Quarterback.
Yeah.
That stuff. Okay. You can do that and you can learn so much information. Okay, I always forget it. It's like 10,000 hours you need to learn something, whatever. Use video, you can cut it down to 5,000 hours. Now, is that worth it? I mean, I'm